Okay everyone, so now we are learning the select case. Select case is the part of decision making or the conditional statement. Whenever we are making some decision, then this is called decision making or the conditional statement. Let us suppose that we are making a program. In this program we are writing certain lines. Let's suppose these are the 4 lines. If I want that first line should be executed, second should not execute, then third executed, fourth not execute. So this is the decision making, which I am making certain decision. So now such options comes into the decision making or the conditional statement where we are making certain decision. Now there are two control structure. One is the if else and second one is the select case. So now we are discussing the select case here. To understand the syntax of select case, I am taking one example here. Let us suppose that there is a variable m. In this variable m, the marks of students are stored. Let's suppose if you want to say if the marks are 90, then we want to provide A grade. If the marks are 70, we want to provide B grade. Otherwise, we want to provide the C grade. So this C is the other option. Now here we are putting the decision, that means there can be only one grade, A or B or C. If A is running, B and C will not run. So such thing comes into the select case or the decision making. Now we are applying this into the syntax of select case. Syntax of select case says that first of all you should write the select. So this keyword will write, then we'll write the case. Now afterward is the expression. Expression means on which you want to apply this case. Let's say there m is the expression. So I am writing m here. That means the value of m will define the cases, which case will run. Now afterward we are having the case and the value. Now the value of case will come from the condition. Let's say it is 90. So we are writing the value as 90 here. So case 90. Whenever the case is 90, then in that case we will write A. So here into the statement we will write A. Now this A will be printed. This A will come into the double quotes. I can use a message box, a text box, or I can even provide some, let's say, print function. So with the help of that I can print this. Now another, if I want to provide multiple cases I can provide here. So I will write multiple time case and their value. So case, let's say there is one more condition 70. So on the 70 I will write here case 70. Now statement will be B. So I am writing B here. So this way we can provide multiple cases, but that will depend upon the requirement of program. Then afterward case else. Just like in the if we are having else, similarly here we are having the case else. Let's say we want some default option. Maybe our condition 1 is not following, second is not following. So the third we want is other. Other means any other value which is not falling into first two. So here will be case else. And there the condition will be else and value will be C. So here we are writing the statement as C. And afterward there is end select. The case start with select and end with the end select. So this is the syntax of select case. Now we are taking some program. With the help of that we will understand how select case work when we are implementing this into the program. So now we are taking one example. So this is a program of select case. Now here in this program we have created one form. The name of form is form 1. So in this form we have created one label. So select case is the label that we are showing to the user that this program we are making for select case. Another label we are taking, that is enter percentage. So these are the two labels we have taken. I am representing L1 for the label 1, L2 for the label 2. Now here we have taken one text box so that user can enter the value. I am mentioning it as TB1 text box 1, and I have taken one button. This is B1 button 1. The name of button is click. So whenever user click, then afterward action will be performed. So user has to enter certain number and click on the button. Whenever we create any of the form, then one class is created. So class form 1, this is the form 1. Now public, because it should be accessed outside. Now class is end with the end class. Similarly, whenever you click on the button, now coding should run. Now this is the coding sub. Sub is for the void, no return type. Just like we are having the void sum, that is a function. Similarly, we are having the sub. So sub is a function which is ending with the end sub. And afterward, we are having the name of function is button1 underscore click. So this is the name of function. Now this function will handle the event which is button1 dot click. Means whenever the user click on the button, then afterward this will be handled. And this is private because it is the part of form 1. It is not outside, it cannot be accessed outside directly. It is a part of form 1. And whenever this button is clicked, two arguments are passed. One is sender, which is the part of system.object, and one is the e, which is of event argument. So these are the two objects, and these arguments are by value method. So these two are passed by value method. Whenever you click on the button, automatically this thing is done by the .NET. Now this is the part of our program which we are writing. If we apply single quote, that means compiler will not read this. This is a comment. So welcome to program by your name. You can provide your name here. Compiler will not read this because this is a comment in the green line. You can see that. Now afterward, dim a as integer. So one variable a is declared of integer type. Then a is equal to value of text box 1 dot text. So from text box 1, user has entered 98. Now this 98 is the text inside the text box, and afterward it is converted to value and saved to a. So inside the a it is 98. This value is stored. Then afterward we are having select case. Now this select case will be ending also, so we can see that it is end select. That means starting from here and going till this. This is complete the part of select case. Now where to apply this select case? Apply on a. So the variable a, we are applying this. If the value of a is 100, now you can see that there are multiple ways I have applied here so that you can have the better understanding of select case. Let's say you are having only single value. If you want to apply on it, on the single value, you will apply case 100. Means whenever the value of a will be 100, then it will print a message box outstanding. So if the value is 100 inside the text box, it will print outstanding. I have used a case into the another sense. Let's say if you are applying 96, 97, 98 and 99 all together, means you want that if any of the value come, then you apply this part, that is message box excellent. So message box will pop up and show you the excellent. If we see here, user has entered 98. Now this 98 is matching with this criteria. That's why excellent will be printed. You can see that one message box is there with the excellent. So this is the output. Now if you want to apply multiple values, in that case you will apply comma here. You can see that 96, 97 comma, then 97, 98 comma. So this way comma. This comma means or. You should understand that it doesn't mean that all should come. If any of the come, then it will print the excellent. Now we are going on another way. Let's say you want to apply the case in a range. If you want to apply certain range like from 80 to 95, if any value come, let's say 80, 81, 82, 83 up to 95, any value come, you want to print. So this is the way, and you will write message box very good in that case. There is another method we are using here. Case is greater than 70. If you want to apply some of the condition like greater than 70, less than 70, less than equal to, greater than equal to, not equal to, then this is the method case is you have to apply. Now if the case is greater than 70, then message box good will be printed. Now same way, case is greater than equal to 50. Now greater than equal to I have applied here. So here message box pass will be printed. So pass will come in the message box. Same way in the is you can apply the comma. Case is less than 50, comma is greater than 0. That doesn't mean both will execute. No. I already told you comma means or. So that means either the value is less than 50 or the value is greater than 0. Any of the case, it will simply say fail. So this is how the case can be applied. There can be multiple ways. I have used all the ways so that you can apply any of the way you want. You can apply the single value, like say you can apply case 100, case 90, case 70, no problem. You can apply into the comma also. You can apply the different things into together. You can apply the range from 80 to 95. You can apply case is with the condition, or you can apply with the comma. Let's say two conditions you want to provide together with one comma, you can also provide. So at the last we are having case else. Just like in the if else we are having the else part, means for all other condition. Similarly here we are having the else, means all other condition which are not satisfying the above criteria, it will simply write enter percentage less than 100. Maybe if user is entering percentage more than, let's say, 1000 or something, right, so that is not following the criteria from 0 to 100, then here you can present that enter the percentage between 100 only. So this is the program by which we can apply the select case, and here we have learned that with the help of select case we can easily make the decision. So this is all about the select case.